CEO of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, has defended the decision to import almost 200 calves and pregnant cows last October. The shipment from Pennsylvania was aimed at boosting flagging milk production. Mr. Paul told Nation News it was too soon to see a significant uptick in milk availability.
One of the reasons why these animals were brought in is to replace animals that basically were in the old herd. So in some farms, you might have a situation where you see an absolute increase in the amount of milk being produced. What you will find instead is that it might be a slight increase or about the same, but because of the fact that they're replacing animals that were there before. The other point I wish to make is that one of the issues that came up before too in terms of the existing animals that were here was that farmers were having difficulty actually inseminating those animals, breeding those animals. And that was having the cows come in now was seen as a way of sort of shortening that process. So the objectives of the individual farmers have been accomplished in two ways. One, stabilizing milk production, and two, in the case of other farms, increasing milk production for them. In the more recent months now, what we have seen is that the cows have been calving down and they're going through the process. In the case of one farmer, for instance, he only brought in young heifers. In other words, these animals came in not being bred already. So they now have to go through the breeding cycle as it stands right now. So you cannot, and that would be in case of 30 or 40 cows, and that you will not see any milk production for them right now. But you're looking down the road in terms of the herd, in trying to increase milk production overall and introducing new genetics.
The CEO said high temperatures were also a factor.
These are extremely hot times. We're seeing temperatures of the range of 32 degrees Celsius on a daily basis out there now. Again, a lot of the barns are not equipped to manage these temperatures. Some farmers do have what we call freestall barns, where for instance the animals can be inside there and the temperatures are maintained at relatively comfortable levels. Not all farmers have that kind of facility. And so the animals must be under stress in these type of conditions. And of course, it will have an impact on milk production at the same time. So the thing is really that we will hope that as we get into the cooler months of the year, that at least milk production will be further ahead of where it is now.
Mr. Paul said the $1.2 million initiative was worth it.
Certainly, I can say that if this did not happen, in the absence of that importation, the industry would have been in a worse position than it was then. And that is clear based on the facts as they're borne out.